You walk into your local grocery store, drop $200 on what used to cost you $120 3 years ago, and then watch half of it go bad before you even use it. Sound familiar? Here's what nobody's telling you. Not all Canadian grocery chains are playing fair with your wallet, and some are charging you premium prices while delivering discount quality. Today, we're doing something bold. We're ranking Canada's major grocery chains from absolute worst to surprisingly worth your money. Not by how many locations they have or how pretty their stores look, but by what actually matters to Canadian families: price fairness, product quality, freshness guarantees, and whether you're actually getting value or just getting played. Because here's the truth: while grocery prices have skyrocketed across Canada, some chains have used this as cover to inflate margins way beyond what's justified. Others have quietly maintained quality and fairness even when they could have gouged you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which chains deserve your hard-earned Canadian dollars and which ones are banking on you not paying attention. So grab your shopping list, because we're about to cut through the marketing and get to the truth about Canadian grocery chains. Number 7. Metro. Landing at the bottom of our list is Metro, and yes, we know they position themselves as a premium neighborhood grocer with over 1,000 stores across Quebec and Ontario. They emphasize fresh products, European-style markets, and upscale presentation. But here's the problem: you're paying premium prices without getting premium value. Multiple consumer reports consistently indicate that Metro ranks among the most expensive grocery chains in Canada. We're talking significantly higher prices on everyday staples compared to competitors, often 15 to 25% more on identical items. A basket of common groceries that costs you $100 at competitors can easily run $115 to $125 at Metro, according to price comparison studies conducted as of the time of making this video. The real issue: Metro hasn't justified these premium prices with superior quality. Their produce sections, while attractively displayed, frequently show inconsistent freshness. Customer feedback patterns reveal complaints about vegetables going bad within days of purchase and fruit that looks good in store but disappoints at home. For a chain charging premium prices, this is unacceptable. Their private label products, sold under names like Selection and Irresistibles, are marketed as premium alternatives but often don't deliver meaningful quality differences to justify the markup. You're essentially paying extra for packaging and branding rather than actual product superiority. Metro also lags behind competitors in loyalty program value. Their Metro and Moi Rewards program offers considerably less value per dollar spent compared to PC Optimum or Air Miles partnerships at other chains. According to consumer advocacy analysis, you need to spend significantly more to earn equivalent rewards. Metro ranks last because while their stores look nice and might be conveniently located, they're consistently overcharging Canadian families without delivering proportional value. If you're shopping at Metro out of habit or convenience, you're likely overpaying by hundreds of dollars annually compared to better alternatives. Number 6. Whole Foods Market. Whole Foods slides into second worst, and this might surprise some people. Yes, they're owned by Amazon. Yes, they emphasize organic and natural products. But for most Canadian families, Whole Foods represents terrible value and questionable priorities. The nickname Whole Paycheck exists for a reason. Whole Foods consistently ranks as the most expensive grocery option in Canada, with prices that can run 30 to 50% higher than conventional grocery chains on comparable items. A study comparing identical or equivalent products found that a typical family grocery shop at Whole Foods costs substantially more than anywhere else, as reported in consumer price analyses as of the time of making this video. Here's the uncomfortable truth: much of what Whole Foods charges premium prices for isn't actually superior. Their organic label carries a massive markup, but studies have repeatedly shown that organic produce isn't nutritionally superior to conventional produce. You're paying double for a label that sounds healthier but delivers virtually identical nutritional value. The Amazon Prime discount program they introduced helps, but even with discounts, Whole Foods remains considerably more expensive than competitors. The discounts often apply to already overpriced items, meaning you're still paying more than you would elsewhere. Their prepared food section and hot bars are genuinely high quality, we'll give them that. But you're paying restaurant prices for grocery store convenience. A takeout meal from their hot bar can easily cost $15 to $25 per person, which defeats the purpose of grocery shopping. Whole Foods also struggles with accessibility. With only around 14 locations across Canada, most Canadians can't even shop there without significant travel. They're concentrated in affluent urban neighborhoods, serving a narrow demographic willing to pay premium prices for perceived status. The real problem is the value proposition collapse. If Whole Foods delivered measurably superior products that justified the premium, that would be one thing. Instead, they've built a business model around charging affluent customers more for products that aren't meaningfully better, while marketing buzzwords like organic, natural, and sustainable to justify inflated margins. Whole Foods ranks here because for the vast majority of Canadian families, shopping there means dramatically overpaying for groceries without getting proportional quality or health benefits. Your money goes much further literally anywhere else. Number 5. Sobeys. Sobeys lands in the middle bottom tier, and this is where things get complicated. As Canada's second largest grocery chain with over 1,500 stores nationwide under various banners including Safeway, Freshco, and IGA, Sobeys should be performing better. But they're consistently underwhelming. The biggest issue with Sobeys is inconsistency. Visit one location and you might have a decent experience. Visit another and you'll wonder why you bothered. Customer feedback patterns reveal wild variations in product freshness, store cleanliness, and stock availability depending on location. For a national chain of their size, this inconsistency is a red flag. Pricing at Sobeys tends toward the higher end without justification. Multiple price comparison analyses place Sobeys consistently more expensive than competitors like Loblaws or Walmart, often by 5 to 15% on comparable baskets. You're paying near premium prices for decidedly non-premium experiences. Their Scene Plus loyalty program is decent, offering rewards that can be redeemed at Cineplex and other partners. However, the earn rate is relatively low, requiring substantial spending to accumulate meaningful points. According to loyalty program analyses, as at the time of making this video, Scene Plus delivers less value per dollar spent compared to PC Optimum. Sobeys' produce sections frequently disappoint. Multiple consumer reports mention quality issues with fruits and vegetables, including items going bad quickly after purchase and poor selection compared to competitors. For a chain that markets itself around fresh quality, this is particularly damaging. Their private label products under the Compliments brand are hit or miss. Some items genuinely compete with national brands, while others feel like cheap substitutes that compromise on quality to hit price points. There's no consistency in which product lines are actually worth buying. One area where Sobeys performs adequately is their pharmacy integration and health products section. If you're picking up prescriptions while shopping, the convenience factor helps, but that's not enough to overcome the pricing and consistency issues. Sobeys ranks here because they're stuck in no man's land. They're more expensive than budget options without being premium enough to justify it. They lack the consistency of better-run chains and haven't found a clear identity beyond "we're also a grocery store." For Canadian families watching their budgets, Sobeys consistently delivers mediocre value. Number 4. Loblaws. Now this placement will definitely raise eyebrows. Loblaws is Canada's largest grocery chain, operating over 2,400 stores nationwide under banners including Real Canadian Superstore, No Frills, and Shoppers Drug Mart. They're everywhere, they're powerful, and they're sitting right in the middle of our rankings. Here's why. Let's start with what Loblaws does well. Their PC Optimum loyalty program is arguably the best in Canadian grocery retail. The points accumulate reasonably quickly, bonus offers are frequent, and redemption is straightforward. For families who shop strategically using PC Optimum, the savings can genuinely add up to hundreds of dollars annually. Their President's Choice private label products are legitimately excellent. PC has become a trusted brand that often matches or exceeds national brand quality at lower prices. From PC Black Label to PC Blue Menu to basic PC staples, the product line is consistently well executed. This is one area where Loblaws genuinely delivers value. However, here's where Loblaws stumbles. Pricing at their flagship Loblaws stores is high, often comparable to Metro without the neighborhood boutique atmosphere. You're paying premium prices at what feels like a standard supermarket. The value proposition doesn't make sense unless you're shopping sales aggressively. The real controversy is Loblaws' corporate behavior. The company has faced significant public backlash over allegations of profiteering during inflation. Parliamentary hearings and media investigations have scrutinized whether Loblaws inflated prices beyond what rising costs justified, essentially using inflation as cover to expand profit margins at consumers' expense. According to financial disclosures reported in Canadian media, as at the time of making this video, Loblaws' profit margins increased substantially during the recent inflation period, raising questions about whether price increases were entirely driven by costs or partly by opportunistic margin expansion. This has damaged consumer trust significantly. Additionally, Loblaws was implicated in a bread price-fixing scandal where multiple major grocers allegedly colluded to inflate bread prices for over a decade. While Loblaws cooperated with authorities and offered a $25 gift card as restitution, the incident revealed troubling practices within the company and industry. Store experience at Loblaws varies considerably by location. Some stores are well maintained with good selection and helpful staff. Others feel understocked, dated, and neglected. For a chain of their size and profitability, the inconsistency is frustrating. Their discount banner, No Frills, actually delivers better value than flagship Loblaws stores. No Frills strips away the fancy presentation and focuses on low prices, which ironically makes it a better option for budget-conscious families than the parent brand. Loblaws ranks in the middle because they're a mixed bag. PC Optimum and President's Choice products are genuinely valuable, but pricing at flagship stores is high, corporate practices have eroded trust, and you're essentially paying for convenience and ubiquity rather than superior value. They're not terrible, but for the money, you can do better. Number 3. Walmart. Breaking into our top 3 is Walmart, and before you roll your eyes, hear us out. Walmart operates over 400 stores across Canada and has quietly become one of the most reliable places to get groceries at genuinely low prices. Walmart's supercenters offer full grocery sections alongside their general merchandise, and the pricing is consistently among the lowest in Canadian retail. Multiple independent price comparisons place Walmart 10 to 20% cheaper than traditional grocery chains on comparable baskets. For families on tight budgets, this difference is significant and can save thousands annually. The quality of Walmart's grocery products has improved dramatically over the past decade. Their great value private label products now genuinely compete with national brands on quality while maintaining substantially lower prices. Their produce sections, while not as fancy as premium grocers, offer acceptable quality at much better prices. One of Walmart's biggest advantages is price consistency. Unlike grocery chains that rely heavily on sales cycles and loyalty programs, Walmart maintains everyday low prices across most items. You don't need to hunt for deals, clip coupons, or time your shopping. The prices are just consistently lower. Their price-matching policy, while varying by location, often allows customers to match competitors' advertised prices, adding another layer of value. The Walmart app makes price checking and comparison relatively easy. However, Walmart isn't perfect. Their grocery sections can feel chaotic, especially during peak shopping times. Stockouts happen more frequently than at dedicated grocery chains. The shopping experience prioritizes efficiency and low prices over ambiance or customer service. Their staff-to-customer ratio tends to be lower than dedicated grocery stores, meaning finding help when you need it can be challenging. Checkout lines can be long during busy periods, and the overall experience feels more transactional than relationship-based. Walmart's fresh bakery and deli sections are adequate but not exceptional. If you're looking for specialty items or premium prepared foods, you'll likely be disappointed. They focus on volume staples rather than gourmet options. The environmental and ethical concerns some consumers have about Walmart are legitimate. Their labor practices and supply chain ethics have faced scrutiny. For shoppers who prioritize corporate social responsibility alongside value, this matters. Walmart ranks third because they've mastered the fundamentals that matter most to budget-conscious Canadian families: low prices, acceptable quality, and consistent availability. They're not fancy, they're not trying to be your neighborhood grocer, but they deliver genuine value. For families where every dollar counts, Walmart consistently performs. Number 2. Costco. Our runner-up is Costco, and this placement might surprise people who expected them at number 1. Costco operates over 100 warehouses across Canada and has built a cult following among Canadian families. Here's why they're excellent but not quite perfect. Costco's value proposition is legitimately exceptional. Their bulk buying model delivers prices that are often 20 to 40% lower than traditional grocery chains on a per-unit basis. For families who can handle bulk quantities and have storage space, the savings are substantial and measurable. The quality of Costco's products is consistently high. Their Kirkland Signature private label has become legendary for matching or exceeding national brand quality while maintaining significantly lower prices. From Kirkland olive oil to rotisserie chickens to clothing, the brand delivers genuine value. Costco's meat department is particularly impressive. Their beef, chicken, and seafood selections offer quality that rivals specialty butchers at prices that undercut traditional grocers substantially. For protein-focused families, Costco's meat section alone can justify the membership. Their prepared food section and bakery deliver restaurant-quality items at grocery prices. The famous $1.50 hot dog and drink combo hasn't increased in price for decades, symbolizing Costco's commitment to value. The rotisserie chickens at around $8 are substantially cheaper and often larger than competitors. The membership model, while requiring an upfront investment of $60 to $120 annually, pays for itself quickly for families who shop regularly. According to consumer analyses, as at the time of making this video, most households recoup membership costs within a few shopping trips through savings. Costco also treats employees exceptionally well, paying above market wages and offering strong benefits. For ethically minded shoppers, this matters. You're supporting a company that demonstrates corporate responsibility. So why isn't Costco number one? Several reasons. The bulk buying model doesn't work for everyone. Singles, couples, or small families often can't use bulk quantities before expiration. You can actually lose money if food goes to waste. The warehouse format requires storage space many urban Canadians don't have. Costco's product selection is limited compared to traditional grocery stores. They carry perhaps 3,000 to 4,000 SKUs versus 30,000 plus at supermarkets. If you need specific brands or specialty items, Costco probably won't have them. You still need to shop elsewhere to fill gaps. The shopping experience can be overwhelming. Massive warehouses, crowds, long checkout lines, and bulk quantities make quick trips impossible. If you just need milk and bread, Costco isn't convenient. The membership requirement is a barrier. While it pays for itself, it requires upfront commitment and makes comparison shopping across retailers more difficult psychologically. Costco ranks second because for families who can embrace the bulk buying model and have storage space, they deliver exceptional value and quality. The limitations are real, but the value proposition is undeniable. They're not perfect for everyone, but for those they serve well, they serve exceptionally well. Number 1. Real Canadian Superstore. Loblaws banner. Hold on, we're breaking our own rules here. Yes, we just ranked Loblaws at number 4, but Real Canadian Superstore, while owned by Loblaws, operates differently enough to deserve separate recognition, and it takes our top spot as Canada's best overall grocery chain for value-conscious families. Real Canadian Superstore has perfected the art of delivering genuinely good value at prices regular Canadians can actually afford consistently. With over 200 locations primarily across Western Canada and Ontario, they've built a model that works. The pricing at Superstore consistently ranks among the lowest of full-service grocery chains. Multiple independent price comparisons place Superstore 10 to 15% cheaper than most competitors on comparable baskets, while offering far more selection and convenience than warehouse clubs. You get near Costco savings without bulk buying requirements or membership fees. They offer the same PC Optimum loyalty program and President's Choice products as flagship Loblaws stores, but at substantially lower base prices. This combination is powerful. You're getting the same excellent PC products and loyalty benefits while paying less for everything else. Superstore's produce sections are consistently praised for quality and value. According to consumer feedback patterns, their fruits and vegetables offer better freshness and longer shelf life compared to similarly priced competitors. The selection is extensive, including both conventional and organic options. Their in-store services are genuinely valuable. Most locations include pharmacies, banks, photo centers, and Joe Fresh clothing sections. The one-stop shop convenience is real, and the Joe Fresh integration means you can buy decent quality clothing and household items alongside groceries at reasonable prices. The prepared food sections have improved dramatically in recent years. While not competing with specialty shops, Superstore's delis, bakeries, and ready-to-eat meals offer acceptable quality at prices that make sense for busy families. Superstore also demonstrates better consistency across locations compared to parent company Loblaws stores. Whether you're shopping in Calgary, Winnipeg, or Toronto, the experience and pricing remain relatively consistent. For a chain of their size, this standardization is impressive. Their flyer deals and sales cycles are aggressive, offering genuinely significant savings beyond already competitive base prices. Families who shop strategically around sales can maximize value substantially. The real reason Superstore takes the crown is their understanding of what Canadian families actually need. Not luxury, not status, not trendy organic buzzwords, just consistently good products at genuinely fair prices with convenience and selection that makes weekly shopping practical. They don't gouge you when supply chains get tight. They don't inflate margins opportunistically during inflation the way corporate Loblaws has been accused of doing. They maintain a value-first approach that respects customers' budgets. Is Superstore perfect? No. Stores can be large and somewhat chaotic during peak times. The shopping experience prioritizes efficiency over ambiance. You won't find the boutique atmosphere of Metro or the premium positioning of Whole Foods. But here's the thing. Most Canadian families don't need ambiance. They need affordable, quality groceries that don't require shopping at 3 different stores to get everything on their list. Superstore delivers this consistently. Real Canadian Superstore wins because they've cracked the code on accessible value. You get full selection, genuinely competitive pricing, excellent private label products, valuable loyalty rewards, and one-stop convenience. For the vast majority of Canadian families watching their budgets while refusing to compromise on quality, Superstore consistently delivers the best overall value. So there you have it, Canadian grocery chains ranked from worst to surprisingly best. The chains that ranked higher delivered on what matters most to Canadian families: consistently competitive pricing, reliable product quality, genuine value propositions, and practices that respect rather than exploit customers. The bottom-ranked chains got distracted by premium positioning without premium delivery, inflated prices beyond justification, or demonstrated corporate practices that eroded consumer trust. What do you think? Did your go-to grocery chain get robbed? Are you shocked that Superstore beat Costco? Let us know in the comments below, and if you found this ranking helpful, hit that subscribe button. We're exposing the truth about Canadian brands and businesses that affect your wallet every single week. Because when grocery prices are squeezing Canadian families harder than ever, knowing where to shop isn't just helpful, it's essential. Remember, knowledge is power. Now you know where your money actually works for you and where you're just getting played.